Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are still working on Macbeth, and today we get to hear from Rosse in Act 4, Scene 2. Not the Friends type of Rosse. This is a different Rosse. He's just another Thane that's been running around. And at the moment, he is at Fife, which happens to be Macduff's castle. Macduff, if you remember, has gone to England to hook up with Malcolm, who was Duncan's eldest son, and the king of England, whose name is Edward, to raise forces to come and try to overthrow Macbeth, because they're all pretty sure at this point that Macbeth was the one that killed Duncan, which he was. Macbeth also just recently saw some new prophecies that reinforced that Banquo's lineage will last forever and they will be kings, whereas Macbeth's children will not be kings. And he has also been told that he should be wary of Macduff, that he can only be injured by a man who was not of woman born, and that he's okay until the forest comes to attack him. So he's a little conflicted. He feels a little good about a lot of things, but doesn't feel good about the fact that his kids will never be kings and that he committed regicide for Banquo's kids. Anyway, Act 4, Scene 2, we are at Fife, and we have Rosse talking to Lady Macduff. And Lady Macduff is rather in a tiff because her husband left for England, and she is convinced that he is going to die there if he hasn't died already. So she's complaining, she's venting, she's like, and Rosse is like, no, but this was the smart thing for him to do, to go to England to try to gain these forces. And she's like, really? How smart is it for him to leave his home and his wife and his children and his life and go somewhere where he's probably going to die and we're never going to see him again? And Rosse responds, my dearest coz, I pray you school yourself. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves, when we hold rumor from what we fear, yet know not what we fear, but float upon a wild and violent sea each way and move. I take my leave of you. It shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at worst will cease, or else climb upward to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you. So what he's saying here is that she just needs to calm down because things really aren't that bad. And he's like, this is sad when we're like living in fear and we're terrified of things and we don't even know what it is that we're terrified, but we say and do horrible things because we're afraid. So just calm down, settle down. He's going to be fine. He's smart. He knows what he's doing. I got to go, but I'll be back soon and take care of yourself, kind of a thing. And she's like, this all is terrible and it sucks. And he's like, yeah, if I stay here too much longer, I'm going to go crazy. And he leaves. So then she's left there talking with her son. And lots of productions cast the son as being like 5 or 6 years old. And I don't know that there's something in the text that backs that up, or if they just want a very cute kid. But the conversation that she has now with this very cute kid would almost imply that he's a little bit older than that, because he's smart and he's witty, and they do some like banter back and forth about life and about who's good and who's bad, and she's teaching him some things, but he's actually wiser and he's teaching her more and that kind of a thing. And then a messenger comes in and he's like, my lady, you should get out of here. There's some bad stuff about to go down. You really need to go. I can't say anything else. Be safe. And the messenger leaves. And then in come, do you remember the 3 murderers that Macbeth had hired earlier to go chase after Banquo and kill him while he was out riding a horse with his son Flans? Yeah, they come in. And the son of Macduff calls one of them like a flap-eared scullion or something along those lines. So the first murderer responds, why, you egg, and kills him. And he falls, and then Lady Macduff is like, ah, and she runs away, and the murderers follow her, presumably to kill her also. And that is the end of Act 4, Scene 2. So the first time that we get to see Macduff's family is also the last time that we see Macduff's family. So any of you who are ever offered the part of Lady Macduff in this particular play, just know you have exactly 1 scene. Though sometimes they round it out with like some singing and stuff like that, so there gets to be a nice tender moment with mother and son before both are viciously slaughtered by 3 murderers. Anyway, good stuff, good fun, and I will see you tomorrow for more Macbeth. Mwah.